It is episode
10.
Wait. That was the most awkward. That was the most awkward intro to an episode
Everything's
ever.
fine though, guys. It's episode 10 of Broken Tables, Broken Dreams. Welcome back. I am Ben. This is Joey.
Hello.
Hi.
Hi.
Pretty cool week, I would say.
Yeah.
Kind of a one Buffalo week, really. We haven't seen you in a bit because the last episode was a little crazy, and now from there, we're all good, right?
We are all good.
Yes. So, since the last time we saw you guys, the Bills won twice. Sabres are either 1 point away from last or 2 points away from in the playoffs.
And
The East is wild right now.
it is a roller coaster of emotion.
Absolutely. And we got the game on in the corner because this is our planning.
Yeah. We have no life. Just
Absolutely we do.
Oh, sorry.
It's okay. We also have things to talk about with regard to holidays. It was Halloween. Halloweeny, dude.
Yeah.
How was your Halloween? What'd you do?
Nothing.
You
I
did
went
nothing?
trick-or-treating with my nieces and...
Well, you were Shrek, right?
oh, yeah. Well, I went to a party the weekend before.
Oh, that's
so I already
right.
kind of did that. But I did wear my Shrek onesie out with my nieces. And... you just sneak in for a hot. What are you doing? You got a little closer.
I'm just making sure the camera's got everything.
Get
it
back.
needs.
It's cozy. See, it's
Yeah, yeah.
cuffing season for the kids playing at home.
Yeah.
No, I mean, it was kind of just. It was really just a very relaxing weekend. It was really the first weekend that my wife and I. Tomorrow's our 1 month anniversary
Congrats,
since we got
dude.
married.
Hell yeah.
But we hadn't had a chance to really sit down and watch something together. And I don't know if I told you this, but I'm not like Dolce good at cooking. Like Chef
Okay.
Dolce good at cooking, but like I'm good at cooking, if that makes sense. Like I can make things, but it may not look like it's gourmet.
Cool.
But I made a bunch of meatballs.
Hell
I made
yeah.
Greek meatballs. I made
saw
10
your Greek meatballs. You
they were
posted
good.
them.
They were great. But I really started to find my love and passion again for food, and that's because of you, Ben. Because we always talk about what you eat, which we'll get to shortly.
Yeah.
And then we watched Kitchen Nightmares.
Dude,
Oh,
best
yeah.
show ever.
So there's only 6 seasons on Schmizmy Spluff.
Okay.
Because there's a big settlement thing going on with
I
those
get it.
guys. I'm
Yeah,
a little
don't say
worried.
that shit.
Okay, yeah. So we were watching the 6 seasons, and we were I was picking episodes I remembered, and Mel had never really seen it. So she just kept laughing because Chef Ramsay just hates everything, right?
Oh, yeah.
And obviously, most of it's staged. So what's funny is while I was in the kitchen, I put 2 pieces of bread at the side of her head and said, "What are you?" And she goes, "I'm an idiot sandwich."
God.
Like we just had a fun time this
Hell
weekend.
yeah.
And
Is that so? Like that's one of my eating shows. Do you have eating shows
I
where you make a nice pile of food and then you have to eat to it?
yes, and I'm glad that I know which episodes not to watch while I'm eating. Because there are some Kitchen Nightmare episodes where, like, the Dylan's episode,
Yeah.
the Indian restaurant,
Yeah.
which is now the Grizzly Pear in New York City, where a bunch of people from Buffalo moved to New York City to perform comedy. It's a comedy club. When they really get into I just had to turn it off. I was eating like a really hefty cheeseburger, and I'm like, oh.
Yeah,
I can't
it does get nasty at some points.
Well, yeah, we do have a eating show, and it's Kitchen Nightmares.
Hell yeah, I got that in the office. I could tune out everything else and just focus on eating.
When I watch The Sopranos, I want to eat.
Okay, fair enough.
Which brings me to the next segment here of what did Ben eat? What did Ben eat? But what did Ben dress up as for Halloween?
Right. So
I got a video at like 11 o'clock at night, and I was
it was me singing "Time
crying
to Say
laughing.
Goodbye."
But anyways, I have a lot to say about this. But tell us what you did. Go
Okay,
ahead.
so I've never been one to really dress up. I've always had kind of the want to like be a part of something like that. That's really fucking sad to say, but just the opportunity has never arose itself, and I've always enjoyed handing out candy and shit like that. I just
freaking depressing.
I know
I'm
that was so
sorry.
bad. I mostly meant like there's a laziness to it.
Yeah.
Like I have great grandeur ideas to do crazy things for Halloween, but once it gets there, I'm like, nah.
There's a blanket, a couch, and a TV. I got you.
So this year, we got invited.
You
We got invited to our friends,
Yeah.
who we've mentioned them on this show before, Vanessa and Dolce, wonderful, wonderful people. And they were like, we're going to have an actual Halloween party this year. We're going to decorate the back. We're going to do a thing, and people are going to come and dress up. You should stop out. We're like, oh, that's awesome. We've been dying to do something like that. And then we got drunk one night, and we were all like, we should make this a Sopranos-themed Halloween episode. And we started picking out people, who everybody was going to be. And I ended up with Corrado Soprano.
Also known as Junior Soprano.
Yeah, absolutely. Uncle June.
Uncle June.
Oh, dude, it was great. The two dogs, Tootsie and Mira. One was Tony and one was Bobby Bacala. And it was the Pines episode.
Pine Barrens?
Yeah, Pine Barrens episode. So they were dressed, so he was dressed in a hunter's kind of a thing. And then I walked in, I was like, oh, my little nephew. It was fucking great. It was such a good time.
So real quick, before you jump further in, what I find great is you said Dolce, the Dolces came up with this, right? So just to kind of shed some more light as the commentator here of how this works with the Dolces is when our buddy owned Casey's, they had a Sopranos night. I had just got done eating Tully's tenders, and I told them I'm going to stop by just to say hello. They were doing a Sopranos dinner night at Casey's. I'll never forget this. They were playing season 3 of the Sopranos, and then everybody could order off of Chef Dolce's menu. When I walked in the door, within 30 seconds, I had a giant plate of pasta. Okay, and that's just how they are, just so welcoming, just so hospitable. And the fact that when you told me that you were doing a Sopranos party, I said I could only imagine what the freaking food was like.
Which is actually hilarious because it was like
finger foods.
Yeah, and swear to God, she came out with like pizza rolls and
which
like
are homemade,
sticks.
right?
No,
oh, okay,
and sticks.
It's all about the presentation with Chef Dolce.
We were eating pot stickers and shit, like just everything possible. That was like super easy, but it was like it was awesome, man. It was just such a good time.
So you had a great costume.
Yep.
And I totally didn't mean to like just sidetrack you there, but I really wanted to get the emphasis on the food. When I got a photo from Nick Barlow of him in a mink coat.
Oh yeah.
I immediately fell to the floor and rolled and was crying.
It was
and Mel
Sack.
thought I was having like something going on. She goes, "What?" I go, "Nick Barlow was Johnny Sack, and his girlfriend Noelle was Ginny Sack." And I was crying laughing because if there's one character that is Johnny Sack, it's Nick Barlow and vice versa. And you all did a great job with your costumes.
Thanks, dude. The only thing Nick couldn't do was
the Johnny Sack.
Have a cigarette and 3 puffs. You know what I mean? That's the only thing he couldn't do.
Personalities were perfect.
Oh, it was great, man. Well, I'm glad we went through that. I'm going to touch on a place I went to because I want to ask our guest about it too.
Sure.
When we go into our intro here, but let's have him in. Why don't we? I figured this would be a really, really good idea to have this guy in. He's a really good friend of mine. Everybody loves him, and I don't think I've ever seen him mad in my life.
I've never met a person that doesn't know him or isn't connected to him on LinkedIn.
Right. I got some questions for him sports wise, and I want to see where he's at with everything. So if I could welcome in Mr. Dan Schlein.
Hey,
to the party. Come on in.
Look at this guy.
Yeah, you look good as shit. You come in here.
Brother? Oh my God!
Come in here full garbed up.
Gosh, I look like I'm ready to go to a Sabres game. This guy looks like he's ready to go to a court case.
No,
I had stuff to do.
For Junior Soprano.
Look good, feel good, baby. I get it. I totally get it. Thanks for doing this, man. Yeah. It's such a cool time. Yeah. I appreciate you coming in.
Wow.
What'd you do for Halloween?
Halloween. So
most years we just moved at the same time. I'm so sorry.
We're just getting used to it. 10th episode. We're just in sync. Bye. Yeah. Kidding. Go ahead.
If they start cuddling by the end of this episode, I might call it. We went on early.
That's when we turn the camera off. Don't worry.
Whoa! Oh!
So most years, actually, the last handful of years, we've Cassie has a bunch of nieces and nephews, and we usually go trick or treating in South Buffalo. Mm-hmm. And this year we took a little bit of a pivot because we had a couple people invite us to some parties, and we decided to actually go to Dapper Goose.
Hell yeah!
For dinner. And so we had a really, really nice meal there. That was fun. And then my sister had some people over, and so we got to enjoy that. But when it comes to Halloween, I'm one of those people who are like, what's the easiest thing that I can pull off so I can like just go to the party and be dressed up, but like I didn't like spend all night trying to figure out what it was. And Cassie is the opposite. She's like, well, could we make something? Let's do something crazy, like whatever. So she spent countless hours making me the clock from Beauty and the Beast.
I need to see this.
Cogsworth. The best character, by the way.
And she was the candlestick. And here, I'll show you a picture.
Send me that so I can give it to our editor.
What's the candlestick guy's name?
It is
Tate? I don't know.
It's not Tate.
Oh my God. That's so cool. That's so awesome.
And she did like an amazing. So like at first I'm like kind of like, what are you doing? But then after like countless hours of really putting it together, going to the store a couple times. It was like perfect. They like fit well. It looked
looked
good.
Yeah.
She was a candlestick, and we just kind of killed it. So that was really, really fun.
Lemure.
That was our Halloween.
Is she just kind of always like that creative type? Like, does she go all out for all holidays, or is it just something she caught this year?
It depends on what it is. I think like she, in some capacity, definitely like goes hard for certain things. But this year she was doing it. Like last year we were, her whole family was basically the Lion King, and we all got T-shirts with your different animal on it. Like where this year we spent like 20 hours building to get the costume. So
I do have to say, looking at that photo, how hot was that costume? Were you sweating in it? Was it?
So luckily it was literally black pants, black shirt, and it was just cardboard.
Cardboard?
Oh, okay,
And like
cool.
she put some stuff on it and made it really look really good and stuff like that. But it wasn't hot. It was really bulky. So,
Yeah.
you know, it was like very squared off. It wasn't as much in the front because it was kind of just me with like, another like foot or whatever. But the back like kind of draped down.
Okay.
And out. So I'd be, like, it wasn't even that busy of a party, but I would like turn and I would just look at the person like, I'm sorry.
Sorry, I'm a giant clock.
Love
Look at that.
I'm like 300 pounds more than normal. Like, I wanted to tell you.
Love that.
That's
for you.
amazing.
Yeah, we had a lot of fun, and honestly, I've always found Halloween to be a fun holiday because it gives you like the time to be creative, and like it's been a long time since I've actually like spent time on costumes. I feel like in college it was like we would spend months because what else were we supposed to do?
Yeah.
Like figuring out what to be. And one year I was literally like Wolverine, full all out leather jacket, hair spiked
Really?
up, claws, and then the next day I was like parachute pants, wife beater top hat, and I was Aladdin. And so like you go like hard, and then it's like all these years go by, and I was like what? I was like a cowboy or like I don't know Clark Kent every year since then because it's like I put on like a pair of glasses and a shirt. Or
So you're like Jim Halpert nowadays. I don't know if you ever watched The Office.
yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
there's every single Halloween episode. He'll like
Dave.
yeah. Oh, I'm Dave this year. Or he puts 3 black circles on his shirt, and Dwight's like, "What are you supposed to be?" He's like, "I'm Hole Punch Jim." Like, and then that's just all.
And then Angel's like, "Oh, you're so cool."
Yeah.
I like Rational Consumer when Oscar was
"Yeah,
Rational
Rational
Consumer
Consumer's
was
good too." So that's awesome, man. What did you get at Dapper? I have to ask.
Yeah, me too.
What did we get at Dapper? Oh, that was great.
Pound for
Actually,
pound, probably one. Like it's one of the best restaurants around, and I'm
it's up there.
anytime I can support them.
I think we've
love it.
both only been there one or maybe 2 other times. I think you had a client appreciation event there that I went to. Maybe that was the second or third time there. And we got this start like this beet salad situation,
Hell
which
yeah.
was really, really good. Oh my gosh. I was like, can we do another one? I think we got one more app that I can't think of. And then Cassie wanted to do the cheeseburger, and I was like,
So good.
that's fine. Like let's do like the wings then. And so the wings were crazy.
The Korean ones that they switched from.
Oh, yeah.
They used to have a Korean fried chicken dinner, which was like this super twice fried thigh kind of breast combo with like kimchi rice.
Yeah.
It was dynamite. It was always so
Oh,
good, and then they
so
took it off the
good.
menu, and now they replaced it with wings and like.
It reminded me of like you're in this nice place, you're drinking a nice cocktail, you're having like a nice meal, and it was like almost wing nuts quality. Like it was real good.
Yeah.
And then she had the cheeseburger, which was also amazing.
Low key, I think that's one of the best burgers in the city.
What I love,
I got something seafood related for an app that I can't think of at the moment.
what I love so much about that, or what I loved so much about that place, is when I bartended across the street at Casey's. Me and Al would go across the street,
Oh, yeah.
order food, go back 20 minutes later, and they had like the best bread pudding. And it was always so good. But a little funny story about Dapper Goose was I was talking about it with my wife, and I was like, "Oh, there's this really good place. It's called Dapper Goose," and I was telling her all about it. And then like 2 weeks later, she goes, "We should try that place. What's it called? Handsome Duck?" I'm like, "It's Dapper Goose." And I remember I told the owner Keith that story, and Keith's like, "Oh my gosh, that's hilarious!"
Yeah.
Yeah, calling it Handsome Duck, like it was just funny. But great food. Even the asparagus and like the
Their
vegetables. when they do
veggies,
yeah,
their veggies are
they just
unbelievable.
know how to saute them, and
They're great,
Yeah,
man.
if
They're
you-
wonderful,
if
wonderful
you
people.
can't get your kids to eat your vegetables, get them from Dapper Goose. They'll eat them 3 times over.
Wonderful, wonderful people, man. I'll support them every day of my life. That's why I have a lot of my client appreciation stuff there.
Yeah.
Great
That's-
drink selection too.
Yeah.
Like they have
It's always great, man.
anything you can think of. So
So to kind of just kind of start rolling through the motions. Here's what I'll say. If you have any questions about money, call Dan. That's pretty much what we're
Did you
going
say
to say.
Dan or Dad?
Dan.
Oh,
don't,
sorry.
don't call Dad.
Oh, sorry. Hey, Dan. Sorry, my bad.
Nah, I mean, so if you're curious about his services or anything like that, hit him up. We'll post his socials, everything on here. He's great, man. He's got a huge clientele for that reason. So hopefully that doesn't stuff on where we're going there.
My favorite thing
I got nothing.
when I asked Ben, because I saw your photo and I said, "Oh, hey, have we ever thought about bringing Dan on the show?" He's like, "Oh, you know him?" I was like, "Well, we networked a little bit together." I said, "But I follow you closely on LinkedIn because I feel like everybody was so hesitant because they were like, LinkedIn's like a business Facebook." Well, yeah, that's the whole point. So you can network, right?
Yeah.
And I think a lot you've made it very inspirational. And sometimes I'll be looking for something as I'm going through the motions of learning a new career. And you always have something, either it's once a week or every day, that's just like, hey, if you've ever thought about doing it, just do it. Like, I'm not to take the slogan from from Schmeike, but it's very refreshing to go on like a social media app and see something like that. So I appreciate that. And that's why I told Ben, like, hey, we should have him on the show.
Yeah.
It gets me fired up.
So let's talk about why we have the show, right?
Hey.
Say sports stuff around here.
Cool.
Obviously,
You guys like the Sabres? Or
you
guys have a lot of Sabres?
we're all right with it. I'm just kind of watching them out the corner of my eye.
I
Right?
think I used to be on the Blizzard. So.
You used to be on there.
I got a pass. I played a lot of sports.
Well, let's dabble in the Bills, boys. How about we do that? Okay.
Yeah.
This is actually the perfect day to do this. The most recent thing. The trade deadline came and went, and we did nothing. We did absolutely nothing.
Missed the boat.
I didn't have any money.
I don't know. We don't have any money, but they restructured Taron Johnson's contract to get $3 million.
Basically stuffed him in a locker.
Pretty much. And there were people to be had under $1 million, especially when it comes to cap hits and who you'd be trading and what you'd be trading, et cetera, et cetera. There's receivers there. There was defensive tackles there. But today, our beloved organization decided to stand pat. So I'm kind of looking for your guys' opinions on all of this. So, Dan, if you want to start, since you were the guest of honor, how do you feel today went? How do you think the season's going? Like, maybe get to that question last, but
Yeah, let me start here. So since I can remember, my dad has been taking me to Bills games since I was a wee old little lad.
a wheel. I love how you said that.
Wee little
And
lad.
so I've been going so often, so long, and we've had the same seats and so on. So I absolutely love the Bills. I go to every single game that's home.
Cool.
We try to do at least one away game a year. And so it is always a really, really nice time. I get to spend time with him. We usually get to tailgate with some people and so on. So all that to say, it's been amazing to go from like a team that you would go to the games just to hang out with your dad because they were so bad. And you didn't really even want to watch to like, what is this, 7 seasons in a row where we like made the playoffs, we moved things forward, we've done reasonably well throughout. And so I feel like the last few years has been like, this is our year, a lot of hype around it. What was it, 2 years ago? They like had us winning it all before the season started. And so all that to say, I think going into this year, my expectations were like right where they normally are, which is like in the middle of, I don't want to be too excited because then I get like really upset, and don't want to be too low because I still want to like have fun and make the playoffs and win games and so on. And so when I see the team play and we go 2 games back to back and we get our asses kicked. I mean, the Patriots game was all right. They outplayed us. I don't think they're a better team at all. I think we'll beat them later in the season. But Atlanta, my sister and dad actually went to that game. Luckily, I didn't go because we played horrible. Like, I haven't
100%.
seen us play that bad in a very long time. So, luckily, this podcast is being recorded after back-to-back spankings.
Right.
Like, we outplayed KC on Sunday well more than that score.
I agree. 100%.
By far superior to that. And then seeing a 40-9 victory on an okay team is always nice. I wouldn't say they're terrible. I wouldn't say they're great, but That was really nice to see as well. So I was expecting, I know that maybe not the right word. I was waiting for something to happen in this trade deadline. And whether that's another defensive player, whether that's a wide receiver, whether that's something. And honestly, Bean's done a decent job in the draft. I don't know how great he's done on some of the trades in the offseason, but at the end of the day, I think they must see, like, you know what, we have what we need in some capacity. So it's almost like you either have faith in the organization or you say, you know what the heck? Why didn't we do anything? That was stupid. So I don't know. I guess we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah,
Maybe
right.
it was the best move when we go in the
Sure.
Super Bowl, but
So you've been passionate for a bit now. This is like a lifelong thing for you, where
Yeah.
it affects your emotional state if they
Little bit.
lose, if they're not good, right?
yeah.
Does it ever get under your skin sometimes when a large conglomerate of this fan base will sometimes be like, hey, be happy to be here. It's not that big of a deal. Blah, 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 whatever. Like, I feel like there's a large conglomerate of fan base right now where they can do no wrong. They can, trust them. You got to trust them. We're doing this. I've been a fan for 60 years. This is one of the best teams I've ever seen. Just learn to love this. Or do you kind of sit on the side of, man, fuck that. This kid's going to be 30. Like, you got to do something different. Like, you know what I mean? Like, where do you kind of align with all that?
So that's a good question. I find that, like, yeah, I've been watching since I was a kid, but I'm not 70 years old, so
No, right.
I haven't seen too many iterations of this team, right? So it is frustrating to keep running into the same challenges, and like I go back to, like, all right, if I had to, like, gun to the head, what's wrong? Is it just when it comes down to the wire, we don't play all out like a game like Sunday? Are we going to play at that caliber level later in the playoffs? I'm not sure. Is it coaching to be able to hype the team up? Is it expectation setting? Is it some pretty questionable calls, whether it's using of timeouts, whether it's a field goal to give them a chance to come back in the game? Like, is it some of that stuff? So it's like, that's extremely frustrating. What I don't appreciate is the constant negativity, no matter what's going well. 40-9, and I literally was seeing posts like, was it not perfect?
Yeah,
40-9
right.
and stuff. So I see both sides to it a lot of the times, and I do get frustrated when I see, like, things that are just blatantly stupid, or maybe we should have made better decisions in certain play calling or situations and so on. Do I want to see us go win the Super Bowl? 100%.
Yeah, right.
But yeah, that's kind of how I sit with that. It's like I've probably gotten to my own emotional state is at a little bit more even keel when it comes to the Bills. So, like, we lose, I'm like not in a great mood, but like we lose 10 years ago, that table's getting flipped.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So I
Dan,
think I'm more like steady keel, and like if we win, of course, like let's celebrate. If we lose, like, well, hopefully we can get them next time and make the playoffs.
you're a pretty incredible coach for me already. I might have to have you coach me on this shit. Because
Well,
I'm still where I am.
And to that point, I think to really get inside the brain of Joe Conzi, I mean, it's insane here. So
We need another segment with an
Yeah, do
overlay
another
for
stupid
that.
thing.
Inside the brain.
Where my mind goes is not only am I intertwined with the Bills and Sabres, but I'm a diehard Yankees fan, and I think the last 4 years of my life has been like up and down with the Yankees with the moves that they've made.
Sure.
And then it kind of just spills over into football season and then spills over into hockey season. And it just seems like the teams that I root for, they never have the finger on the pulse of what the problem is. And I've always sided with those within the organization. We've been like, well, they're the professional. They should be able to do it. They're the coach. They know better than I do. They know the X's and O's. But I also know when people are pulling the wool over my eyes a little bit at times. And I think what's frustrating to me with the fan base, and not everybody, there's a select few that I follow on social media. Rashid Shaheed goes for a 4th and a 5th round pick to Seattle today, right?
You probably could have did that.
We probably could have did that. And I always have to hear 4th and a 5th round pick for Rashid Shaheed of the Saints.
Fast.
I probably could have done that, but we don't want to give up those 4th and 5th round picks. And it just makes me laugh because I always go back to the window, right? When it first came out that national media pundits were like, the window is closing on the Buffalo Bills, and us Bills fans kept saying, no, that's not true. We have Josh Allen. The more we keep saying that, the older he gets, the window starts to close slowly, right? And I just don't think that we as fans need to keep saying that. Like the window is closing. He's getting older. He can't play like there's going to come a time where he can't run like he does right now.
Sure.
That's probably going to happen in 2 years. He might fall off a cliff and he can't run and he just has to throw it, right? Yeah. So for people, right, for people to tweet
I can't fucking run.
For people to tweet or X or what do you call tweets now? Xing? I don't know, whatever.
X's.
Whenever somebody posts on X, yeah, but we have to contain those 4th and 5th round picks. It goes back to what Ben said on earlier episodes, right? We need to stop trying to hit on the 4th and 5th round picks and start to either trade those higher picks or hit on those picks to get us over the hump. Look at the Colts, for example, and I promise I won't drag this out too much because I know we have a lot to get to.
The Colts are an excellent
look at the
example
Colts right now. They're what, 7-2?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, what?
I understand they have this new juice right now with Irsay's daughter, and she is doing a phenomenal job, just really learning the game, being on the sidelines with the headset. They look at the landscape, and this is how I think the Bills should be looking at this right now. They're looking at the AFC landscape going, the Bills are very up and down. The Ravens stink. The Chiefs are 5-4. We're number 1 in the AFC. Let's go give away our 2 first-round picks, which I thought was stupid, but let's go give away our 2 first-round picks for Sauce Gardner, who immediately makes our defense better. And I just wish the Bills, maybe they did and they just couldn't get the right guy, but it just seems like they never have that mindset that's like, oh my gosh, this is the first year the Chiefs aren't very good. The Ravens aren't very good. We have a shot at the 1 seed. Let's make a deal. They're always just behind the 8 ball too much. And what makes it even worse is the fact that I watch these games and when the Bills shoot themselves in the foot, Sean McDermott shoots them again in the other foot with the decisions he makes. And I just hope when it comes to the postseason that McDermott learns from these mistakes. And that's kind of where my frustration comes from, is we've seen the song and dance so much that the writing's on the wall, and it's almost like a Shakespearean novel where you feel and kind of know what's going to happen before it happens. So that's where my frustrations lie with all my teams, is I just can see it coming 3 months down the road, and I just don't want to feel that way in January again, where we're on the outside looking in because we didn't make a move like that. So I've just been kind of thinking about not getting as aggressive about it anymore, but I'm tired of hearing we can't give up a 4th and a 5th round pick for a guy we're only going to have for 13 games. Teams do it all the time. They blow all of their draft assets to try to win the Super Bowl. Look at the Eagles. They just got Jalen Phillips. Like, name a team that's going to take them out this year. They have Saquon Barkley, Jalen Phillips, Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown. They had so many receivers they were able to offload John Mechie. It's like, what are we doing?
It all comes back to the words that I was using on previous episodes.
Yeah.
Both organizations right now have handled their business dangerously bordering the line of arrogance and hubris.
Yeah.
Of, we know what we're doing, this is going to work, and hope is the strategy, essentially. Now, the other team closer to the lake has a little bit of injury problems right now, but the Bills have had their share of injury problems too. And for me, it just kind of seems like when they have an injury and then that person comes back, it's like the Men in Black trigger that they completely forgot they ever got injured. You know what I mean? Like, Bean loves to use the term that when you lose your last game of the season is the one that tells you your biggest need. And for 2 years in a row now, your offense has been on the field with a chance to go win the game, and twice they haven't done it.
Yeah.
Now, you spent a lot of draft capital on defensive tackles. And when you spend all of that, and your past 2 drafts are as underwhelming as they are, that's when windows start to close.
Yeah.
And that's when you start to do other things, right? Now, for me, Indy is a perfect example. They wasted not wasted, but we'll see what happens with that. But you've at least got a corner locked up who's arguably top 5 at the position in the entire league for a long time now. That works out for you because you couldn't hope for one of those first-round picks to hit that. That's what you want. Excellent by them. The only problem with Indy is you're going to hitch your wagon to Daniel Jones right now. He's playing great, but Indiana Jones might come back to earth, and that might really hurt them.
But good for them for having the cojones to do it.
But this is where my point
Yeah.
is. We're not banking on an Indiana Jones.
No, we have Josh
We
Allen.
have Josh
Alien.
fucking Allen. We
Yeah.
have the number one quarterback, arguably, the number one quarterback in the league. You've got seemingly a GM and a coach who are going to be written on every single wall in this city when all is said and done, whether they win one or not.
Yeah.
They're two of the most winning tandems in all of sports in the past 10 years.
Yeah.
So whether you like it or not, they're not going anywhere. I don't understand the thought process to me of why you wouldn't just want to add something small, because they're one more Kincaid oblique injury away from moving nowhere on offense again.
Yeah.
Like your offense is just going to go back to that essentially. And
They got to spread out.
yeah, and if Olave truly wasn't on the table, that sucks. You better have called on that 4th and 5th for Shaheed, because if you didn't, which we'll never know they didn't, but that sucks too. And Brian Thomas Jr., I know there was rumors about him. I would have given a first for him. Are you kidding me? Like,
it goes back to that point of we just it's like we have blinders on for everything. It's a perfect example of, we were talking about this via text this morning. You have the best athlete in the world on the field. You have a 3rd and 2 or a 4th and 2. The last 4 years to ice the game against the Chiefs, you literally could run a QB draw, or you could draw someone out of the backfield. No, we're going to take a kicker who's got a knee problem, kick into the wind 50-plus yards, and he doinks it off the uprights and gives Kansas City the ball with 23 seconds left in the game. Like, I'm tired of that. Didn't mean to cut you off there. Just wanted to put the point. Is like, you talk about injuries, we talk about this team. It's just like they never think 6 steps ahead. It's always like, no. We're going to show you we're right. It's like, I don't need you to show me you're right. I need you to show me that you understand we're having a problem in the secondary. We get no separation on offense. Or we have a problem. Go watch the film. Don't make that mistake coaching again. We blow our timeouts in the second half like it's candy. It's insane.
I know.
It's brutal.
And usually you have the argument that when he blows those timeouts, they work out because they stop the play. He didn't do that this time. The 4th and 17 that he called, that didn't work.
I'll give you guys a positive. I think
Sorry, dude. I love this. I promise you, I'm running this out. I promise you, I'm running this out.
you guys are just going. I love it.
This is why we did this podcast.
Yeah.
It's like our therapy session.
You guys are like, you got 15 minutes for 1 point. I love it.
Hell yeah, brother.
So really, really simple. So when you guys were talking, all I was thinking about is like, for some reason, the back of my mind, the word that comes to my mind is like, we're really conservative.
Yeah.
And I think it's like conservative draft wise, conservative, like all this stuff. I like that when being in the later rounds somehow can pick these guys up, but in the first couple rounds, like we might as well just blow the
Right.
Yeah. We should just give them away.
Right.
I do like this Harrison kid.
So
Keeping up with friggin' Worthy was my favorite play of the whole game.
I stood up.
Yeah,
I looked at him like, holy crap, he straight for
that pick like not too long after by oh my god. Anyways.
Yeah.
The play I actually didn't mind, I think they could have called a better play, was when we went for it on 4th down, like right in the middle of the field. I was like, you know what? They're not all going to work, but like, let's do that more. And like, that's the difference. Like, why are you going to run a play like that and then kick that field goal? That's like two different like fucking like approaches to the game.
It was also a very weird play call. They went for like a 10-yard dig route on 4th down, and you only needed 2. Why are you not flushing the running back onto the flat? Or why are you not?
It was like,
why are you not diving with Josh
for what, 6 yards a carry on average?
Right.
And then they didn't even look like they were going to hand it to him to scare everybody and then dump it out to somebody.
It's funny, just put him on the field, like as a decoy. Even if you're not going to hand it off to him, put him somewhere.
The other thing I was thinking about is I do agree with Josh is getting older and so on. The thing that I do like about so far this season is Cook's the star.
Yeah.
That means like hand him the ball 50 fucking times.
Yeah,
and have Josh like only throwing it very strategically. Like his stats in that game were so ridiculously amazing. But it was because there was no shots down. There wasn't many shots down. And if they were calculated. And he didn't really need to run too much because Cook was handling it. So if you're going to put a defensive line that's not going to touch our offensive line like KC versus us, we should run for 200 yards.
Right.
Which is cool. But I do go back to you guys' point is like I do see a lot of weird conservative calling on how we're running our games. how we're making draft picks and trades and so on. Like, I think the last couple years, like, or a few years back, when we like put a bunch of money to like a Von Miller, like that was fun. That was a great opportunity. He did absolutely dog shit.
He tore his Achilles, right? He tore his knee here.
And that sucked. And it was a lot of money. We ate a lot of cap for that. But like those are the types of moves that like if that would have worked out in any way, shape, or form, that's one of the best defensive players of all time.
Right.
And so like I think we need to keep thinking in that terms. I like where you guys are going with like instead of like who cares about we're not next season, we're today. And I think they are in some ways maybe like in this season, not looking 5 steps ahead, but maybe they are looking 3 seasons ahead when we need to maybe get a pick for a quarterback or something like that. It's like, yeah, but we're playing today. Let's do what we can on the field.
Well, and I appreciate that insight because there is another side of me that does think that way. And then I get the news that they bring Gabe Davis onto the practice squad and he can't make it through.
Yeah, he can't make it through.
He can't make it through because something's wrong. And it's like, okay. So now we're back to So I feel bad for him because I really truly think he could help this team to some capacity. Yeah, I like Gabe Davis too, but they're saying that he's not progressing the way they wanted to. So now you put your eggs in one basket on reaching back onto the practice squad for somebody that isn't ready. And I hope he's ready in 2 weeks, but it's not looking promising. So I'm not ready to hit the panic button. I just don't want to be in the same situation in January. And I love how Kansas City fans are like, congrats on your Super Bowl. It's like, listen, man, like you wanted that game too.
Oh, you need that game.
You needed that game.
We needed that game, and you needed that game.
Now. We both needed that game. So
yeah, the one thing I want to say about the AFC is, what are the Patriots doing?
They're probably our legitimate fight for the 1 seed right now.
We don't win that game. Right. We don't win that game in New England.
They're getting the 1 seed.
They're getting the one. They're getting the division, and they're probably.
Should we go? I've been thinking about going.
Dude, I gotta tell you something. I don't think I would make it out of there alive because I don't even want to tell you what I would do in New England. I hate Boston and I hate New England.
You don't hate Boston.
Huh? Yeah, I do.
I love Boston.
I hate Boston. I hate the Red
city's
Sox.
great, bro.
I hate the Celtics. I hate the
Great
Bruins.
city.
My sister lived there.
Chat GBT'd this trip, and I sent it to Cassie. And said, what are we doing?
Dude, the best travel agent ever.
It is. Go ahead, Dan. Sorry.
No, that was it. I was like, because I usually try to pick an away game. I didn't want to go to Atlanta because I was in Nashville, not for any football, but like just because I won a trip there. And I was like, we got to do something. And we were going back and forth. We've traveled so much this year that we might not do it, but maybe we should go. We should do this.
We should do that. I'm down, dude.
I don't know, man. I mean, I'm not reckless, but
how you even half described yourself there was the word reckless.
All right. So real quick, because I don't think Dan understands, I was born to hate the Boston Red Sox. Like I was born into it. Like when I see Red Sox stuff, I ask people like, "Why do you suck?" And people are like, "Excuse me," and I'm like, "Oh, we have a serious problem. I can't talk to you." Right? So what aggravates me the most about people in Buffalo is when people are like, and I know everyone's going, "Oh, here comes the guy with the Yankee." When somebody says, "I'm the biggest Red Sox fan ever," how could you root for a baseball team that literally has a shirt that says City of Champions with a team that literally whooped your favorite NFL team's ass for 20 years? A hockey team that literally ran one of the best goaltenders of all time in Sabres history. Okay. And then you're going to tell me you like the Boston Celtics? Screw you on that. Like, what are we doing? I just like.
That was my favorite.
Yeah. Okay. Bye, Boston. So to answer your question, I'd go, but if they play Sweet Caroline,
I'm not gonna have a good time.
I might fight somebody if they play Sweet Caroline. It's such a stupid song. Anyways, just so you know where I come from.
Fair.
Very positive person. Just hate Boston. I'm saying.
So to your point.
Okay, go ahead.
I don't want to. The last kind of negative thing I'm going to say is like my worry is that this is the same organization that at one time traded a first for Stephon Diggs because they wanted to go do right by that team. They signed Von Miller because they wanted to do right and they wanted to go all in. I'm worried they're turning a corner right now where it's kind of like we're going to be due sometime. We just got to keep doing what we're doing, and eventually we'll get there. Maybe it kind of makes me nervous. But to kind of rein
It all makes
Excuse
me
me.
nervous.
Oh,
None
yeah.
of it doesn't make me nervous.
Oh, yeah.
Whether they would have got the
Yeah.
guy or not the guy, I'm like, what are we doing? Are we doing it?
Yeah,
They
right.
also traded for Diggs in the worst possible time when no one knew what the salary cap was going to be. Right?
Yeah,
Wasn't
right,
there like monies? They didn't know where the monies were going.
Yeah.
because of COVID. You know, and it's like they still did that. And now they're like, well, let's not be too.
Yeah, let's not be too hasty.
Let's not be too
But
hasty.
the positive is this game. I mean, you're 6-2. You have head-to-heads against them, the Ravens. If you beat the Bucks, I mean, your strength of schedule goes way up now in a couple weeks.
Playing a Dolphins team that's depleted.
Yeah.
Their team
I mean, dude, they're so
we were
bad.
like kind of scared at them at one point with
when they
the two other receivers and a quarterback that looked like he could have been like top 5, and then all of a sudden he looked like he could have been bottom 5.
Yeah, dude, it's
Like,
crazy.
He's bottom 50.
in the same
crazy.
game. Like,
For one, I don't know if it's McDermott taking over play calling duties for Bobby Babich, but the team can cover now. They covered the shit out of those receivers. I know we sacked and we hit Mahomes a lot, but Mahomes had like 3 seconds, which is like some of the highest in the league this past week. So a lot of those were coverage sacks. Not taking anything away from them because Bosa played his ass off.
Yeah.
And you had, unfortunately, Michael Hoyt gone.
that sucked.
It was terrorizing. It was a game we've never seen before. We've never seen the Chiefs that unprepared before. The same day that
They looked a little lost.
they did, the same day that Allen posts his best passer rating ever in that stadium is the same day that, or was it passer rating? Completion percentage, I think. It's the same day
It was
that,
close to both.
I think he had like really good stats.
yeah, the same day, but
Yeah, everything was.
But it's the same night that Mahomes had his worst. Like, pure just, it's a miracle that the Chiefs were even in that game. You don't give up a 4th and 17, you probably go back and score the other way. Like, it's
Yeah.
just,
That pissed me right off.
I did too.
I love that you just said that
What?
because all the Chiefs fans that like I'm friends with, I know, why are you friends with Chiefs fans? Okay, all the Chiefs fans that in Buffalo that I'm friends with were like, of course you would win. Well, you won because Mahomes had his lowest completion percentage. Like, yeah, because the defense literally dominated. I'm like,
Yeah.
give us
Defense
some,
went nuts.
give us some credit. Like, it's not like we played a crappy game. We outplayed
actually
you.
played that game.
Yeah.
Besides a couple questionable calls like coaching and stuff, we
Yes.
actually played
Yeah.
that game almost perfect.
yeah.
all three faces.
Like,
Well, and
Cook
like-
ran for over 100 yards. Josh threw perfect. Like, everything worked out. Our defense looked really awesome.
Yeah. McDermott kind of drove me nuts in that game because timeouts, which a couple of those timeouts, the defense had no idea what they were doing.
Right.
So you kind of had to call those, or else that could have been a big play.
What the hell? are we
But again,
doing?
that's even on him.
Yeah.
That's on him too. But
Yeah. I
The-
think one of them I would have blamed the refs for it. They it's like weird. The refs let them call the play really fast during like a supposedly like I think it was like a TV timeout
Sure.
or like something. And all of a sudden we're just not out there and they are. And we're like, what are we doing here?
Yeah.
And then we had to call a timeout.
Yeah.
Like that looked like the refs.
Oh, yeah.
But
we haven't talked about him yet, but that was the Cole Bishop game. Cole Bishop is here. Cole Bishop has
thank
arrived.
God for that.
I will sign my apology for him. That kid is nasty.
Better sign your apology form for Jordan Poyer for this reason. I really feel like he's been a good teacher. He's been a much better teacher than Taylor Rapp.
Well,
back
if
there.
you look at him, Taylor Rapp was a fucking lost cause.
Okay.
And it's probably half the reason that Cole Bishop looked as bad as he did.
Is definitely a great leader.
He's-
he doesn't have what he used to have on the
No.
field though.
He looks leaner.
Yeah, he lost weight to keep up, but I think
Yeah.
he's helping to kind of guide Cole Bishop and say,
Right.
"You took a bad angle on that ball, bro. Better."
Yeah,
And
right.
He was. You're right. He's all over it.
Cole, pass breakups. He's one of the only safeties I've ever seen hit Kelsey like that.
Ooh.
And pass breakups
Yeah.
and all kinds of shit. Like
Shook Kelsey.
Cole Bishop coming down. I think. So Cole was great. Hairston had like a 92 on PFF grades. Like that's how good he was.
He's the fastest man alive.
Yeah, he's the fastest kid alive.
Dude, Xavier Worthy.
Oh, fast Xavier.
He was gassed.
Yeah.
Xavier Worthy was gassed, and Harrison was like, "You want to go again?" Like he could breathe. It was great, you know.
So obviously, defensive side of the ball, everything. One thing that I want to. So I texted you for those last plays of the game where Mahomes had 50 yards to throw, and it was like 14 seconds left. I'm like, motherfucker.
Oh yeah,
I said
we've
whatever.
seen it too many times.
I said whatever you do, don't go and prevent again. Please don't go and prevent again.
didn't.
He didn't. That last play, he ran 5 and he put pressure on Mahomes. And I was like, you know what, Clappy, for all the timeouts he fucked up today, that was smart.
It was a great.
Also,
That was smart.
Also, did you watch the L-22 or any clips?
I watched a couple of
Do you know who played very well in the absence of Taron Johnson?
Oh, Cam Lewis.
Oh my gosh. Everyone's like, Cam Lewis sucks. Cam Lewis is a great football player.
Yeah.
He can be very inconsistent, but like he just basically proved that Taron Johnson can get hurt. And I love Taron Johnson, but he can get hurt and he can play. Cam Lewis played well.
Yeah, he did. And then
Bernard
is a problem this year.
Matt Milano, when he's healthy, is one of the best linebackers in the NFL.
Oh,
but
literally him going out just every time. I'm like, come on,
But-
man. He's so good.
oh,
Oliver going down sucks.
Yeah, it does.
But our defense is. It's funny you name all these players. Like think about it. Like we got some really good players.
some nice fourth, fifth round.
Well, I'm gonna tie this into the offense too. Is I'm gonna hit them. It's been a couple good weeks here, for as inconsistent as they have been. I'm gonna hit them with the Captain Queenan from The Departed. Do it again. Do it again.
Oh, I gotta tell you, you gotta blow Miami out this weekend. I'm not talking like 10, 20. I'm talking like 25.
I will
28.
sign. The next apology form I will sign is Dalton Kincaid's if he gives me more than a game
Oh,
of
that route
doing
was
this.
beautiful.
It was gorgeous, but that was his second 100-yard game in his career. Keep your obliques healthy and give me another 100-yard game coming up here. Like, because he is a difference maker. I heard the guys on the radio talking about how he's a matchup nightmare, and I if it keeps happening, yes. I don't need him to be game plan specific, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
You can block too, which is nice.
Right. For me, I'm excited. It makes me happy that they looked as good as they did. It really does. I need it. I need more of it. I can't just have one good game from these players. Now, granted, it's two, but the passing offense looked nothing like this in Carolina. No. Josh had more downfield completions than he has in the past 6 games.
Yeah.
Like, that is when that kid is cooking. When he can find somebody past 10 yards. And he found his outlets. Now, it's a pass here and there to Shavers. It's a pass here and there to Elijah Moore. It needs to happen more normally, but, I feel pretty good for at least the next 5 games coming up, and they're going to keep getting healthier. They're going to keep getting people back. So
biggest thing, and I keep saying it, and I'm going to end up eating my words pretty soon, is I'm waiting for Drake May to have a terrible game. He was bored. He wasn't terrible, but he was borderline against the Falcons. The Falcons are one of the most, like, I can't even tell you. If somebody told me, what do you think of the Falcons? I'd be like, I don't know what they are. Nobody knows what they are, right? They have
an incredible pass defense.
They had New England on the ropes towards the end of the game, and obviously New England found a way. But
24-23, oh my God.
If all it takes is one game for Drake May to just, and we're right back in it, I get it, but I wonder if it's going to be like Miami Buffalo a couple years ago, where we're playing for pretty much the division when we go in there. And I hope it comes down to like a kick return like it did in Miami again. Because that was exhilarating.
I would not.
I was in Florida for that.
Oh, you
not
were?
at the game, but I literally were watching it all together. And I literally go, did he just return that?
Yeah. Trent Sherfield's only play of the year.
But me and my dad were like, we literally did like a triple take on our phone, and we just like ran up to the bar because there was like a TV. We like started yelling at them to change it. And we're like, wait, like, were we reading this? We already scored? Like, what is going on? It was so funny.
It's funny you say that. You do that to me a lot.
What?
So I have to like, when I see your name come up on my watch, I immediately flip my phone over because I think you're like 5 seconds ahead of me. Sometimes,
really?
Yeah. So like we'll be watching a Sabres game. And he's like, Isak Roseanne scored. I'm like, damn it, dude. Like, and then he's like, oh man, what a play. And it's like, he tells me, and I'm just like, dude, either my Wi-Fi sucks at home or something's off, but
Or he's just kidding.
we're watching the Bills game. He goes, oh man, I hope he's not playing prevent. And then I'm like, what did they score? And then they didn't. I'm like, so like, if I ever don't text you back right away, it's because I'm like literally putting my phone on silent because I don't want to know.
No matter where Ben is,
he's always 5 seconds ahead. Like,
yeah, well, dude, I'm a game texter. I
don't mind it, but
I go through it and I text
stuff
you
on Facebook.
Oh, I pull, dude. It's why we're here.
I know all sorts of stuff. I'm like, I love.
But you have to understand too is that Ben and I used to watch all of these games at Casey's when our buddy owned it.
Yeah.
And we used to be there sometimes we'd go there for a Sabres game and you just happen to be there. Right. And we didn't have to text each other. But now we do.
Was it like $5 pitchers or something?
No, it's just
we're bougie. It's $12 cocktails.
Oh my God. Did you ever go there?
I don't know.
It's right across.
It was cool.
It's still cool.
Yeah. So to kind of segue into the other team,
The Blizzard.
you played hockey.
Yeah.
Any love for the Sabres? We had a guest on last week that we kind of like picked their brain on how they've made Jeff feel over the years. And do you follow them at all, or are you kind of just like on the sideline?
I mean, I'm a Buffalo fan, so like I love watching the Bills, like we just talked about. I love the Bandits. I love the Sabres. I love. Did we score?
Did you see him get wrecked? Sorry, go ahead.
So small. It's like the size of a phone.
I eat my carrots. That's why I can.
And so I'm always paying attention. I'm always seeing what's going on. I know where we stand a lot of the times, but I haven't been like fully all in invested since we were a lot younger.
It's hard, man.
I feel like people name these players, and I'm like, what sport are we talking about? Mm-hmm. I'm like, what happened to Thomas Vanek? Like, what happened? What happened to like the OGs, right? Mm-hmm. At least in my mind. And so a lot of those transitioned to all these. Now every time I go to a game, I feel like I relearn who's on the team. I was at the Detroit game last week, 2 weeks ago, on a Wednesday, where we beat them. Really, really great game. They had that like the kid in that. He looked like he was 16.
Cole Nellis.
Yeah, Cole Nellis.
That kid. And I'm like, I don't know any of these names, but this game's really fun. We played really, really good hockey. It was a great time. And I'm like, I literally probably can name 3 people out there. And so it's always like, all right, they got Sabres jerseys on. Hell yeah, let's cheer. I got an old school logo, black jersey.
Hell yeah, dude.
And I'm like, do I even have, I've got a long sleeve shirt. I got a hat somewhere. So it's like, I'm a fan. I just like, I don't remember the last time I got a new jersey or like actually knew what was going on out there other than like some good hockey. So
we're kind of nuts though. Like we're not normal. We watch like Rochester Amerks games. Yeah. So like when people go, tell us about the Sabres, we're like, all right, so you got to watch this guy. Like I can't even pronounce his name. Like Ben and I text back and forth about prospects all the time. Not to be like, oh, but for those that have just kind of like disconnected from it, we've just stayed on because I don't know, why did we stay on? I just.
You guys like the sport. It's like you guys also like to get riled up about something. It keeps you passionate.
I need the rile.
You going, because you forget like a lot of people are like, well, why do people I don't know go drinking, play video games, watch a bunch of sports? Like, why are they blob on the couch watching that? It's at the end of the day, it's because you got like other shit going on in your life, and you want to turn off to turn back on to something different, complete like switch. So this is like probably an amazing outlet.
Yeah,
it depends on the night or the game, but yeah.
Also very true. Us, we were talking before we jumped on. It's like I used to be like 2 a.m. putting trades in for fantasy football. And it got to the point I'm just like, I don't like watch college that much anymore, so I don't know that much about these rookies that are coming in. So I'm like putting money down and time to have all this really fun camaraderie, but also to like not know like some of these players anymore. And I got to the point where I'm like, I love the Bills, but I don't know this league that well.
Yeah.
And so that's when I kind of transitioned out of that stuff. But I literally at least go to 3 to 4 Sabres games a year.
Nice.
We always have some fun with it, and it's always usually a decent game. The challenge is when you go to a game and like we lose 8-0, and you're like, are we watching a sport or what's going on?
I think the hardest thing.
Did they score a touchdown?
2-point conversion.
Why is it 8-0?
I think that's the saddest thing. You bring up where's Thomas Vanek. You bring up where's those people. I think that's the saddest thing about them being so bad for so long is not enough players have stuck around enough to, not by any fault of their own, but stuck around for them to be good again, that you can grow and have your favorite players here. I think a whole generation of fans have lost out on that. We grabbed on to Affinaganoff and Briere and Drury and everybody on those teams because not only were they great, they were likable, and you could see yourself playing with them. And Drew Stafford. I feel like the past 3 renditions of this team in the past 14 years, I've grabbed onto people, but I'm also a sick fuck. Like I just, you know what I mean? I love the masochism. You know what I mean?
Blunt.
When we picked up Eichel and it was like instead of McDavid, and like I don't think that was the wrong decision. I just think he was on a better team, which got him to be a better player overall.
Yeah.
And so it was like, unfortunately, you get a guy like that who's an all-star, but then you put this really mediocre team around him. It's like,
Yeah, we've had talks about that. Should he have been the captain right away when he got here? Should they have insulated him better with
young they are
veterans?
when they
I
get
know he was 18 years old.
yeah.
Well, what's
When I was 18 years, no.
what's interesting is I did a spin cycle event at Key Bank Center called Fitness on the Rink, and
Fun.
I actually got paired next to. I had to teach him how to use his bike. Daryl Shannon, former Sabre great
yeah.
Daryl Shannon, and I got like really nervous because here's a guy that I watched growing up that was one of my favorite defensemen. And he was really cool, and he's like, hey, "Show me how to set up my bike, whatever." And a guy who literally played like 20 minutes a night is like on this bike, like dying, right? Like he's also 50 something years old.
Right.
But after he got off the bike, I had a conversation with him. I was like, "Hey, if do you mind if I just ask you a couple hockey questions?" Yeah, sure. And I was asking him questions like, what was it about the Sabres back then that, really had a community aspect? He goes, honestly, he's like, we just enjoyed interacting with the fans. That's not to say that this team doesn't. He's like, but the league is so much different now. You could pull your car out of the Key Bank Center a lot back in the day, and people would be lining up, and they would get out of their cars, and they would meet fans, and they would sign autographs. He's like, players just don't do that nowadays. And it kind of doesn't disconnect the community, but it's, you in the click of a button on your phone, you know everything about that player.
Yeah.
He's like, that's what made it so cool. And the nostalgic part about it is no one had a cell phone where they could learn, their stats in 5 seconds. They just knew that he was Daryl Shannon and he played for the Sabres and he ran their power play. And it was just, and that's the one thing that I feel like hockey's missed. But what I like about this team this season that I'm starting to see is it seems like they enjoy playing hockey again.
Yeah, that's been a
And
big
they
thing for me
enjoy being
too.
around each other. And they had an interview with Rasmus Dahlin today. He's like, I'm driving my car, but I'll do the interview with you. And they're asking him questions, and he goes, it's a lot different than it was last year. We're a lot happier. We're good to be around, and the community's been great. So that tells me that the team, Lindy's getting them out in the community again, to do more and shake hands and kiss babies. And I think that that's what we've been missing is there's that disconnect, between the community and the team. And I think that with Pete Gwelly, who I talk about a lot, the head of the Sabres and Buffalo's business development, I think has really bridged the gap between the community and the Sabres and the Bills too. And we're back to one Buffalo like we always
sir.
are. So,
Yeah.
sorry to go on a tangent.
You're
I just
good,
wanted
don't
to
worry
tell
about
you
it.
guys that.
Were you at Harvest Hill when we were teeing off right behind Darlene?
Yeah, I was there. I was with you that day.
Yeah.
That was an awesome day. He goes there all the time.
He's a great golfer. I hear.
A lot of the.
Tage does that
I
too.
think every time I'm at Harvest Hill, I see a Bill or a Sabre.
Yeah.
Tyler Bass is an incredible golfer right here. So
I
if
didn't
you
know
ever
that.
play with him,
Not right now. He's got that hip thing. Pelvic
probably
thing.
from playing golf.
Probably.
Yeah, really side note. You think he's going to be back on the third lineup?
Honestly,
Probably.
even if he is, I'm good with Prater until they feel that Bass can actually put it through the uprights.
Well, as soon as Bass says he's ready, I think they play him. He's the one they're paying.
I know, I get it.
I think that's what happens.
I know.
Yeah.
It's funny you bring up golf. Did you golf a lot this year?
So I don't know if it's I just got to a certain point in business where I'm starting to build a team and get a little bit more capacity and time back. But I played the most golf.
Hell
that I've
yeah,
ever
dude.
played
Yeah,
in my
dude.
life. Coming from a guy who played golf in high school, I literally probably played more this year, maybe close.
Dan hits rockets.
Well,
And so it was
I'm
really
getting
fun.
into golf,
I
so
played a crap ton. It was I played, and the cool part was I played everywhere. I didn't just play the same course a bunch of
Yeah.
times. I think I played, I don't know, 20 courses this year or something, which was cool. And with all sorts of cool people, and I had fun with it.
So, Joe, just for your sake, I get severe PTSD when I play golf with him. And let me tell you why.
PTSD.
So, he's one of these people that has played golf his whole life. Okay?
oh, he's one of those guys.
Well, no. This has a story. I started during COVID. I have a really mean self-deprecating streak when it comes to sports. I if I don't see progress in my game, I get really upset about it.
It's kind of like your fanhood.
So we go.
I've been telling the Sabres to do that.
So we'll go out there, right? And Dan always starts the same. He's got to warm up. His first couple holes probably aren't the best, but then 4 holes in a row, he'll get 3 pars and a birdie. He'll get he goes nuts, and his end round is crazy. And then me, I'll hit the ball a mile, but it's either way. I'm shit. He's good. And at the end of the round, he'll do the math.
Just self-deprecated himself right there.
I didn't. Yeah. At the end of the round, he'll look at the scorecard and he'll be like, 81. That's shit. I could have played better. And like, it brings me back to being in high school for like chemistry exams when I'm hoping and praying I get a D just to pass the grade. And the kid next to me is like, I did really shitty on that test. And he gets an 81 back. I'm like, fuck you. Like, you know. You did great. I don't want to. I would give my right nut to get an 81 here right now. So,
I'm gonna drop by you next time.
yeah, dude. No, it's always a good time playing with him. But
I'm actually
it's
gonna,
funny.
I'm actually going to say this on our 10th episode that I'm officially retiring from softball
Okay,
and I'm taking up golf.
it's a good time.
It's like beer league softball.
Yeah, I'm retiring from beer league softball and I'm taking up golf.
We'll play golf whenever. Come with me and Dan.
I'll go tonight.
I'm not.
Yeah,
Good.
man.
I'm not.
You want
I,
to
I,
go
gotta
next
go,
then?
I live right by the Paddock Golf Dome.
Oh,
Or the
do you?
Schmaddock Golf Dome.
Yeah.
Better give me a free car for that.
Yeah.
So I'm going to start going there on the weekends.
Oh, yeah, dude.
I slice left. I swing like Ken Griffey.
Everybody does when they
So
first
I want
start.
to swing more like Tiger Woods or Tiger wish he could.
Okay. Oh.
I wish Keon would. Anyways,
Yeah.
I love this next part of the podcast.
Yeah, absolutely.
I don't know what the hell I'm going to talk about today.
So I texted you because we like to round out all of our podcasts with this. There's a universe where to kind of remind everybody, if you haven't gotten this far in a podcast yet, but just to remind you, this is where we pick something that in the sports realm, that if it went a different way, what's our opinion on it? And we try to keep it as not simple as possible. If the wide right kick went in, if no goal doesn't happen, blah, blah, blah. Those are the easy fucking ones. I want some grit to it. I want some actual thought behind it. So if you don't have one, I will gladly go first because I have one off the top of my head.
Like,
I'm glad you gave me more context because the first time you like said there's a universe where I love Marvel.
Okay.
All things like Marvel. So I'm like, there's an actual show that they have. It's like an animated one. It's called like What If.
ooh.
And it's like, what if, I don't know, Captain America was Peggy Carter instead, or he was evil, or like whatever, and then they play it out. And so they do it in like all these different universes of people in Marvel. So when you said like there's the universe where, I'm like, can I be Iron Man?
Shit. That's my bad.
That's a good one.
Imagine if Iron Man played for the
It
Jets.
started with like
Like-
nice guy, people seem to like him, whatever. It's like, yeah, he's also an asshole. And he's
we
got to go on a jet on the way out.
we actually like kind of wasted our good ones right away. Like if the Buffalo Braves never left Buffalo, like those like were good ones, and then now we're like kind of fizzling out as
A
we
little
go.
bit. But I keep getting them. I gotta learn to write them down.
Yeah,
That's
me
what I
too.
gotta do. But
I thought of one, but I think your guys' example will help me brainstorm.
yeah, of course, dude. So I'm gonna start with mine. There's a universe where that Twitter update that we got in 2016 at 8:30 p.m. that Antonio Brown had signed with the Bills was real.
Ooh.
I'm pretty sure.
Antonio.
I was living on Anderson at the Prime.
Was that
at the
before
time.
he was like psychotic?
Yes.
2016.
No, that's right when he was psychotic. I
Yeah,
think. Yeah.
well, because that year we were like,
he had to go
well,
to the
thank God that
Raiders.
didn't happen. But here's the thing: if he goes to that team,
There's your separator.
I mean, yeah, he's probably not on the team anymore. It was 8 years ago.
You know,
I would take him now.
yeah, right.
he's arguably
Antonio Brown, where are you at, man?
Yeah.
He was one of the best receivers for like 8 years.
Yeah, 100%. He
Oh,
was.
gosh.
Time, yeah.
100. That's why everybody was so
I
excited.
used to get him on my fantasy team because he would just absolutely destroy everybody.
Oh,
yeah.
Tom Brady
30,
said
30
yeah.
points like almost every game.
Tom Brady said, I don't care if he's messed up. He could live with me. I don't care.
I remember where I
Figure
was.
it out.
I was in my apartment in Anderson. I was living with two of my friends at the time.
Yeah.
And I was in my room scrolling Twitter, and then everybody just erupted in the house. We're like, holy shit, we have Antonio Brown? Like, what are we talking about right here?
Yeah, I love like the false hype.
Oh, yeah, that sucked. And then an hour later, he posted some shit, too, about like a crying laughing emoji with all of it. Like,
So it's probably
or he
was
did
bored.
something like that. I don't know. But
He was bored.
I will say it would all depend on if Josh Allen could handle the when
He would have been very, very young at the time.
Yeah,
I don't
so-
know if it was the offseason before or the offseason after that we had.
no, we didn't. But you're talking 3 more. I think it was 2 or 3 more years on the deal. 2 years on the deal.
For Brown?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Interesting. Yeah, Josh's rookie season got Antonio Brown.
That would have been ridiculous.
Yeah,
Because he would have had Beasley and Brown.
That's a
or
good
do
one.
do we do Beasley and Brown if we have Antonio Brown?
Ew.
Yeah.
We do maybe Beasley.
Yeah.
Is it underneath? But no.
Yeah. Does Brown lose his mind?
Yeah,
I
well,
mean, he's coming to another
here's the
system.
thing. Here's the thing people don't realize. He lost that Vontez Burfict hit.
Yeah.
He lost his brain right there.
Yeah.
You can actually, if you go through and look at previous interviews before that hit, he's like, "What's up, man? Like, good to see you." Whatever. After that, he's like, "That guy's trash." Like something happened. I don't know what it was, but yeah. If you go back and look at some YouTube clips of his interviews, he was like happy to be in Pittsburgh, and then all of a sudden he got hit, and it was like, "I hate being here." It was weird.
Stephon Diggs is probably not a Bill then.
No way.
They keep
we ended up
Antonio
going
Brown?
back. We ended up going loading up for him because then we had a conversation with him in 2019
Yep.
during the trade deadline. Couldn't make it happen, and then
Yep.
there was a rumor that they were still interested in him, and they got him, which was crazy.
Yep.
That's a good one.
On that thought process, I'm not the host, but I'm going to ask a question. Who are your guys' favorite wide receivers of all time?
Eric Moulds.
On the Bills or just in general?
I was thinking in general, but I really like how you went to the
So
Bills.
if I went to the Bills, it'd be Eric Moulds.
Okay.
Of all time, I'd have to think about that one. Probably would be Julio Jones.
Okay.
I like Julio.
I loved AJ Green. I loved them in college. Julio Jones was, and I loved Calvin Johnson too, but Julio Jones was that guy that was very quiet and just went out, played football, caught a bunch of passes, and
Who was the guy on the other side who's got
Roddy White.
and Roddy White?
Yep.
I remember those two. Yeah.
I'll probably say Calvin Johnson.
That's what I was
Because
gonna say.
He'd be my number 2.
so when I started watching football, I only cared about the Bills, and that happened for like 10 years. So I never watched my without watching highlights, watching on real TV. My history of watching like Randy Moss was the Perfect Patriots team.
Kicking our butt.
Yeah, like
I hated him on the Raiders. He was so terrible.
right, but like for me, like in it has to be Calvin Johnson.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just highlight reel play after highlight reel play, and now it's kind of crazy to think about him because he's been done for 10 years now.
Please.
Matt Stafford is still throwing lasers.
Matt Stafford's dead. I'm convinced. That's not really Matt Stafford.
I picked him as a top 5 QB this year, and you laughed at me.
I've always loved Matt Stafford, but like, have you ever watched the clip where he's like, "My shoulder's out," and then they pop it back in, and he throws a rocket, and you're like, "You're dead."
Yeah.
It's just whatever.
So it's funny you said that, Ben. I was gonna say Kelvin Johnson too because those were like the days where jump balls.
Yep.
Oh, yeah.
Contested
You would
catches.
have a guy and you just throw it up to him, and you just know there's a good chance he's gonna come up with it. And then you would see 3 guys around him.
They couldn't
That's
get
why they call him the Megatron because he literally would just go up over 3 dudes
Yeah.
and just make that catch.
Oh, dude, it was crazy.
Oh my god. Yeah.
It's your turn.
You don't have to.
Oh my.
Yeah.
There's a universe where.
Yeah.
So this wasn't like you guys weren't really specific in a specific football situation, but what came to my mind was, there's a universe where, we never, like, got traction around the NFL, and we instead of having football had the original football, and we had soccer, and so we were a place where instead of having to go watch football games, you had a big soccer arena that you had to go
That's
to.
actually
So we don't even know much about football because other than playing as kids, we didn't have teams to watch.
that's actually a pretty interesting. There's a universe where, given Buffalo Pro Soccer coming
Yeah.
within the next year, I like
Yeah.
that. No, I do because like I'm going to be a season ticket holder. I'm a founding member. I got 2 tickets.
2.
I got 2 tickets.
Wait, we'll be there.
I don't know where I'm sitting yet because they haven't called
Next
me.
to
But
us.
all right, yeah,
Next
next
to us, yeah, I'll go.
She told me that the other day. She's like, "Hey, we signed us up. We're in." I'm like, "All right, sweet."
Pete Marlette is an incredible human being, and I'm pumped because growing up in Rochester, that's where I'm from, it was so tough. We wanted the Rochester Raging Rhinos to become a pro soccer team, and it just never happened. So this is like me reliving my childhood, but in Buffalo.
Or we get the Braves back.
If we got the Braves back, I'd still be a diehard Knicks fan, but I'd go to a couple games. What?
It's weird.
Dude, you can't love a team since you were 9 years old and just switch like that?
Sure you can.
No, you can't. There's no way.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
You're
Get him, Dan.
Rochester, not fucking.
Don't matter.
Oh my god.
Don't matter. All right. So
Embarrassing.
I got one. I think I got one. So I was looking through like NHL drafts and I was like, okay, there's got to be like, there's universe where you draft this person or whatever. And there's one that really sticks out to me. I went through all the drafts from like 1970 all the way up to now. I feel like the Sabres made good picks there, except for one. There's a universe where the Sabres draft Leon Draisaitl instead of Sam Reinhart. Now, I love Sam Reinhart, but let's think about the career path trajectory. Reinhart's got cups now, but would you take what Draisaitl has? Do you think Draisaitl's his own player? You know, how does this come into play?
I think Draisaitl's a better player.
I think
100%.
I would have rather have taken Leon Draisaitl in that draft.
I agree. But
Do you win anything with Draisaitl though? Do you draft Eichel? Do you need Eichel?
I think you do because Draisaitl developed quicker than Sam did. Sam took a while, and Sam also needed a different support system than what he got. Leon, that's pre McDavid.
Yeah.
Leon just grabbed himself by the bootstraps and was like, I got to figure this the fuck out. Because Edmonton was just as bad for as long as we were for a very long time. And they didn't really have the veteran insulation that Jack needed either. He kind of just went there and was immediately good. So I think that actually might set the trajectory a little bit differently too, because you've got not one, but two studs at that time. Because like I said, Sam took a little bit to come around, start scoring, to start contributing. He didn't really become a 60 goal scorer until he went to Florida, which he's a second line center.
That made me sick when I looked at that. I was like, man, we had a shot at Leon Draisaitl.
Yeah.
You know, hindsight's 2020, right?
No,
you know,
100%.
we could have ruined his career. Who knows?
Well,
But
and like it wasn't like I don't look at drafts like that.
He's like a 100-point scorer, like
Yeah.
with McDavid.
Yeah.
Not only was McDavid like a 100-point scorer, Leon was too.
Oh yeah, but looking at that, I like to measure those drafts in who was unanimous and who wasn't.
Right.
And for where we were, picking Sam Reinhart was the best.
Sure, of course.
At that time, because that's what everybody thought. Yeah. Now, if you want to talk about the Alex Nylander draft, that was a fucking bad pick.
Nope.
Like that.
The Grigorenko draft too.
Yeah. Well, Grigorenko was different because Grigorenko and Nail Yakupov, when they were coming out, were like, they were getting comparisons to Crosby and Ovechkin. It was like the worst draft ever, essentially, for those two.
Nail Yakupov, I remember him.
Oh, yeah. So that was a weird draft. I think that was that not the Sergachev draft, or was that after? Because you had a chance to get Sergachev.
I didn't look too closely at that one.
I don't know. All my drafts are jumbling together. Either way, I think they're a better team if they get Leon. Yeah. I think that's really interesting. I've thought about that too. Because when Sam wasn't really producing that much, I was looking at Draisaitl getting 93 points and being like, motherfucker, they picked again wrong. Like,
yeah, I mean, you could go down the list too, like Owen Power or
Mark Pezic,
Sammy Bernier, or how do you pronounce his name? Berniers, Matt Bernier, Matty Bernier. Sorry, like
Here's mama.
Yeah. Bertier's mama. Anyways, that wasn't my best one, but that was my.
No, it's a good discussion.
I love Leon Draisaitl.
I'm assuming you don't know NHL draft big enough to comment on
Okay,
this.
so my comment is I feel like I'm like in a game show and I don't have the answer to the question being asked, and so I'm just like, dude.
That's okay.
Sorry,
I covered for you, I
know
think.
Almost any of those people.
That's okay.
That's okay.
Well, like I said, you've been out of it for a bit, and they haven't really given you a reason to love it.
Do remember is playing NHL hits as a kid and actually loving how I don't know how young we were because it reminded me when I went to the Detroit game, the Detroit Red Wings when we were kids.
Oh, they were amazing.
Had some of the best players of all time, and I remember always picking them to play NHL hits, and NHL hits was just like you just bash people against the
it was
wall
great.
and do all sorts of stuff.
Man, those teams, man. Pavel Datsyuk.
All those games are literally incredible. If you think back to them,
Such a good
like
time.
NHL Street or NFL Street and
Yes.
stuff like
All
that.
the
Ricky Williams.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
I would get like Eric Dickerson and just like run around.
yeah, with the goggles. But
Yeah.
Well, don't you fucking start. Well, guys, it's been a hell of an episode. Dan, appreciate you for coming out, brother. If you want to give yourself a little plug right now, go on right ahead. Or you don't have to. It's totally fine.
Shut my phone.
I'll give a little plug. I love the Bills, as you guys know. I work with a lot of people when it comes to people in real estate and business owners and so on. And if you got to know me a little bit today, more than probably if you followed me on anything, all the business stuff that we do, hopefully this was helpful to get kind of into some of the things we do off hours, like watch sports and have fun, and how we all met each other is more of a social thing as well. And so I really appreciate being on here, and thanks for having me.
Thanks, Dan.
Of course, brother.
Appreciate it.
Well, we'll be talking soon. We gotta get dinner soon.
Tapper.
Yeah, I'm down. You want to go?
And this was a
I
good
can't go
spot.
right now, but
No, too late. It's my bedtime. No, Joey can't come.
I love that.
All right, you can talk.
Well, this has been
100% I
episode,
didn't hear that.
this has been episode
This
10.
episode sucks.
Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in, for following us on Spotify, for watching every single week. Can't wait for 10 more. It's going to be absolutely fantastic. We've got loads of guests lined up for you.
Loads.
And as we always say,
Stay cool, stay classy, and don't be sassy.
one of these days,
We'll get it.
we do actually say this, but not fucking that.
All right.